Some feel the stump may still stand for free speech it was placed here for. But others, like Collegian reporter Bella Eckburg, think of it more as a memory than a current symbol. Bella has joined us in the studio tonight to discuss free speech and at CSU. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, definitely. So I understand you wrote an article about the tree stump, actually.
Yes.
Yes. So I wanted to ask you, why do you think that the tree stump may no longer stand for freedom of speech?
I think our concept of what freedom of speech means has changed a lot. I don't think that the two original Collegian reporters that put it there could have anticipated how things have changed over the years through technology, through mass communication. And I think now a lot of free speech arguments can take place online, which is a little harder to pick through because it's important to protect everybody's rights to free speech while also maintaining a balance of keeping conspiracy, things like that at bay from like misinformation, while also keeping people accountable for what they say, because freedom of speech isn't always freedom from consequences. You can say what you want, but there has to be something there to ensure that we're all being heard and not stamping down other people's voices.
Right. And speaking of those consequences, how have you felt the administration's decisions regarding hate speech have impacted CSU?
I think that the bias reporting is a good step. I think that it's important to allow people that feel as though they've been negatively affected by free speech on campus to feel heard by the university. I also think that the university, in my opinion, has done a good job of allowing free speech to take place on the plaza. And at times when it's been disruptive, it's stayed true to its ideas and of keeping things up, still a productive environment, and still allowing that to happen while also doing what a school does, which is like educating and helping things move. Really?
Yeah. Do you think that the bias reporting they've recently instilled in the school is enough to give resources to students?
I think it's hard. I think that ideally it is a step in the right direction, and it is going to encourage students to report without feeling as though they might be attacked or disparaged for doing so. But you know, free speech has changed so much since when the stump first was bought to put on campus. And, you know, a lot of free speech arguments, if they're happening online, it's hard to maintain accountability and make sure that people are aware of the impact that they have.
Right. I wanted to ask if you personally had any ideas how the university, I know it's going to be a big question, how the university could possibly create an environment where students felt they could express their freedom of speech, but also not be impacted by that hate speech, and making sure that the university maintains the mental and physical well-being of the students.
I think there just needs, like, bottom line to be open communication and transparency about how they're dealing with things, and when things come up where the university does need to address situations, that it does so with clarity, with respect, with patience, and keeps the students informed on what's happening, because that's the only way that we can all foster an environment that supports people's opinions and allows them to practice their freedom of speech, while also, you know, maintaining ability and kindness on our campus.
That was my last question, but I did want to ask you if you had any final thoughts you wanted to share or anything we didn't touch on.
I don't think so. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your thoughts.
Of course.
Stay tuned because after the break, I'll dive into one student-led organization that is dedicated to standing for free speech.